Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today's video I'm going to show you how to tune the carburetor, and this is on the Poulan Pro weed eater. And for today we only need two tools. We need a Phillips head screwdriver, and this is called a spline. First thing I'm going to do is get it started. I want to let it run for a minute or two. You don't want to adjust the carburetor when it's cold. We want to let it warm up for a few minutes, and then we'll start adjusting it. You gonna help me? Something I should mention is if it doesn't start at all, or if you choke it and you take the choke off and it dies right away, you might want to reset the carburetor. And what I mean by that is turn your screws in clockwise until you can't turn them any further, and then turn the high screw out maybe one full turn and the low side 3/4 of a turn, and then go from there just to get it started. Because if it's been tampered with, or if you tried to adjust it before, you might have really threw it out of whack, so it might not even start. So that's a good starting point. Instead of me trying to hold the camera and adjust the carburetor now, what I'm going to do is try to explain exactly what I'm going to do and then take a video. So now that it's warmed up, what I'm going to do is start with the high side screw. And what I'm going to do is start it, squeeze the throttle full trigger, and then I'm going to probably move it counterclockwise until it starts to bog down just a little bit, and then turn it clockwise just maybe 1/8 of a turn, and that's going to set the high side. And then you want to let it go back down to idle, and then you're going to adjust the low screw either clockwise or counterclockwise until it starts to bog down, and then you'll reverse it. That way it kind of balances out. And then we'll test it by squeezing on the throttle. And we want it to be snappy and responsive. If it's not, then we'll tweak the low side just a little bit. And then from there, we'll take our Phillips screwdriver and set it, the idle screw, which is the top one here, to our liking. So if you want a little higher idle, we'll turn it in clockwise. If we don't, we'll just back it out counterclockwise. And that's what I'm going to do in the video. Wanted to explain that one more time. So once it's warmed up, your base setting, if you can't get it started, you want to open it up one full turn. Once you get it started, what you want to do is squeeze the throttle so it's wide open. And depending on if you need to open it or close it, you're going to turn it clockwise or counterclockwise. Typically it's going to be counterclockwise a little bit. So you're going to hold the trigger wide open while you start turning it counterclockwise. And you hear it screaming. What I mean by that is it's loud, real loud. Once it starts to stop screaming, it bogs down just a little bit. That's as far as you want to go, because now it's running rich. So you want to turn it clockwise just a little bit, and you might have to go back and forth 1 or 2 times to find that high side setting. Then you're going to let go of the throttle and go to the low side. And you're going to do the same thing on the low side. You're going to turn it clockwise or counterclockwise. Once you hear the engine start bogging down, you're going to want to reverse which way you're going. Do it left and right, and find a happy medium in the middle. Once you've done that, you'll go up to the idle screw, and you'll either turn it clockwise or counterclockwise to fine tune it there. Hopefully this video helps and you understand what I'm trying to explain here. Thanks for watching. See you next time from the Neighborhood Go-To Guy.